Year-old Indian Penal Code. The Bombay High Court Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay has said that it is a natural tendency to resist change, but the newly enacted criminal laws need to be welcomed and implemented with a changed mindset. He has urged those responsible for delivering justice under the new legal framework to be implemented from today to embrace their responsibilities. Meanwhile, Air India has announced that it is all set to launch a flying training organization or FTO in Maharashtra's Amravati as part of an initiative by the Maharashtra Airport Development Company MADC to impart training to 180 commercial pilots yearly. This flight training organization or FTO has been authorized by the Directorate General of Civil Aviation or the DGCA at the Bellora Airport. Defence stocks, including Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Dynamics and Bharat Electronics, are in the spotlight after the government extended the customs duty exemption on certain imported parts, and this move has boosted investor sentiment, reflecting optimism about the growth potential of PSUs, especially in the defence sector. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we set up the big story that comes straight from Parliament. When you have someone who's the leader opposition, you want that person to ask the questions, take the right stand in the interest of the people of the country and be a conscience keeper on behalf of the people as opposition with the government and question the government on facts, on actual numbers and steer clear of rhetoric. But as the Lok Sabha resumed this afternoon at 2 p.m, leader opposition Rahul Gandhi began his speech invoking Lord Shiva. And he started by showing his image, Lord Shiva's image, on the floor of the House. Again, would you not want someone as the LOP to know that this is perhaps against the rule book? He attacked the BJP and said Hinduism is not about spreading fear, hatred and falsehoods. Rahul went on to say Hinduism cannot spread fear and hatred, while the BJP does only the same. Rahul Gandhi also displayed placards featuring images of Guru Nanak, Jesus Christ. He was also carrying a placard featuring a quote from the Quran. Meanwhile, objecting to Rahul Gandhi's displaying a picture of Lord Shiva, the Honourable Speaker said rules do not allow the display of placards. And then Rahul Gandhi made this statement. He said all our great men have spoken about non-violence and ending fear. But those who call themselves Hindus only talk about violence, hatred and untruth. Rahul Gandhi said, adding, "Aap Hindu ho hi nahi, you are not a Hindu." This is the moment when the Prime Minister intervened and said that Rahul Gandhi had heard the sentiments of all Hindus. PM said calling the entire Hindu society as violent is a serious matter and the LOP should refrain from doing so. After the Prime Minister, the Home Minister also took on the LOP, demanding an apology. Shortly after Rahul Gandhi concluded his speech, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath hit out at Rahul Gandhi on the platform X for insulting Hindus and set the record straight. And Yogi said, and I quote, "Hinduism is the basic soul of Bharat, of India. The word Hindu is synonymous with tolerance, generosity and gratitude. We are proud that we are Hindus. How will the prince of the group that calls itself accidental Hindu, which is immersed in the politics of Muslim appeasement, understand this? You should apologize to crores of Hindus of the world, Rahulji. Today you have not hurt a community but the soul of Mother India," unquote. Meanwhile, the BJP also took on Rahul Gandhi for casting aspersions on the chair. BJP Shehzad Poonawalla hit out at Rahul Gandhi, claiming that he took a horrible potshot at the speaker for showing the Indian values of bowing before a senior, that is the Prime Minister. Shehzad posted a picture of 2012 showing Rajiv Shukla caught on camera asking the Rajya Sabha chairman to adjourn the House. Referring to this picture, Shehzad Poonawalla said, "You know when the chair bowed. When Rajiv Shukla ordered the chair to adjourn the House upon the instructions of Sonia Gandhi. That is Chukna," he said. But the larger question, ladies and gentlemen, you would like the government to be held to account, the government to answer, but you would like to make the charges, you would like the person representing you in Parliament make the charges based on facts and also someone who would adhere to the rules of Parliament and parliamentary decorum. Has, as leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi lived up to that in his first address as LOP? We'll debate that after you hear this.
अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं, वो 24 घंटा हिंसा हिंसा हिंसा, नफरत नफरत नफरत, असत्य सत्य असत्य। आप हिंदू हो ही नहीं।
ये विषय बहुत गंभीर है। पूरे हिंदू समाज को हिंसक कहना ये गंभीर विषय है।
विपक्ष के नेताजी ने कैटेगोरिकली कहा है कि जो अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं वो हिंसा करते हैं। मान्यवर, इस देश में शायद इनको मालूम नहीं है, करोड़ों लोग अपने आप को गर्व से हिंदू कहते हैं, गर्व से हिंदू कहते हैं। क्या वो सभी लोग हिंसा की बात करते हैं, हिंसा करते हैं? हिंसा की भावना को किसी धर्म के साथ जोड़ना और इस सदन में और संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति ने, मैं मानता हूं मान्यवर, उन्होंने इसकी माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
Sardar R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Kamru Chaudhary, political analyst, backs the Congress party with us. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow IPCS with us. Abbas Haider, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party with us. Sardar R.P. Singh, your reaction, sir? Has Mr. Rahul Gandhi adhered to the rules of the House, or has he flouted them brazenly?
Well, he has flouted them brazenly with all means, by even carrying the picture of Lord Shiva and Sahib Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. In Sikhism, you are not allowed to take pictures or carry pictures or bow down in front of the pictures or idols. I mean, he has breached the moral code of conduct of Sikhism, and we all are taking strong objection to this. He, for his political slugfest or his political objectives, has used pictures which is wrong, parliamentary in parliament system also, and also by the Indian ethos and by the our culture and the religious ethos also. But that point aside, I mean, whom are you referring to? Rahul Gandhi, who has categorically stated in 2000, if I rightly remember, 18, that we are a Muslim party. I mean, he said that in Srinagar to a gathering of Muslims that we are a Muslim party, and then that's why he will go to any extent to consolidate his vote bank according to that. And also that he was the one who told the US ambassador that this bigger threat to India is from the Hindu terror than the Lashkar-e-Toba. I mean, there's a long list which I can start.
No, but this was his comment. His comment, Sardar.
Give me another second. Give me a second. So it is the DNA which keeps propping up, and even today's it was the DNA which propped up, and he was made to say what he said, as per his DNA, that Hindus are violent and Hindus can be violent, but Hindu to chinti bhi nahi marta.
Here is where was his endeavor to try and say who he is, because he said hamare taraf bhi Hindu baithe hain, he said it on the floor. Was his endeavor to try and blame all Hindus, or did he try to say that you, the BJP, which claims to be representing Hindutva or champions of Hindutva, are not actually Hindus? You don't follow the values of Hinduism or what the Hindu way of life is. What's the charge against the BJP, or was it against all Hindus?
मंदिरों में लड़कियां छेड़ी जाती हैं. Who said? It was Mr. Rahul Gandhi in 2014. He said that don't go to temples. Women are being teased or in the temple. I mean, वो उसका बयान है. This is a statement. So when he's saying, I'm giving a background, because in that context, when he says he's not pointing out to BJP, and then please go through his statement. He said Hindu hinsavadi hai. He's speaking about specifically about Hindus. He was not talking about BJP. Had he spoken about BJP, then it would have been different. But he was targeting, and he's speaking from BJP when Prime Minister tried to correct him that please, I mean, you are castigizing the complete country, because he doesn't know the definition of Hindu for that regard. I'm sorry to say that he has not read even the Supreme Court, leave aside the cultural and the heritage definition, but he also has not gone through the definition of the Supreme Court, which categorically states that Hindu is not a religion, it's a way of life. Even Muslims, Sikhs or Christians or Jainis or Buddhists, all in this country follow the same way of life, which is a Hindu way of life. So, but he is far from all this, but he can easily accuse Hindus as Hinsak only for objective of his political vote bank, and he did so, and he cleverly did so. And I'm sorry today that I take a very strong
Kamru
to his showing picture of Sahib Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
See, he has made a lot of references, and he has tried to portray Hindus as Hinsak. Did Hindus give the Sartan se juda call, Kamru Chaudhary? Did those were those who said that those who said that we want to break away from India and who are claiming in the names of Bhindranwale are those Hindus, sir? He has nothing else to say to anybody else. Those who are trying to say that we want a separate Malabar state, are they Hindus, sir? Those who are trying to work towards breaking India and running a conversion nexus, are they Hindus, sir? So he has nothing to say against all of them. Why pick on Hindus? Is this the classic model of trying to shame the Hindus while trying to appease the non-Hindus? Kamru Chaudhary.
Anand, thank you for your questions. Rather, you see, there is a context to what Rahul Gandhi ji today mentioned in the parliament. Just permit me some time to explain it in the contextual sense. You know, the Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma, during the election campaigning in Orissa, he said that I am to Hindu politics. I do not want Muslim votes. BJP is a Hindu party and so I do Hindu politics. Rahul Gandhi basically hit out at the ideology of such thought process that is found and prevalent and is nurtured within the BJP ecosystem. You must understand, when the Prime Minister of the country, of the 140 crore people, he says that हिंदुओं का मंगलसूत्र छीनकर मुसलमानों को दे दिया जाएगा. This is the fear, this is the hatred, and this is the falsehood that Rahul Gandhi spoke against in the parliament today. And I believe this is one of the best speeches, according to me, and many of my fellow countrymen would have heard in a long time in the parliament history today. Basically, the reason being is that as a leader of the opposition, we are there inside the parliament to show a mirror to Narendra Modi ji and his government. You cannot have, as you had for the last 10 years, this is a government, this is an opposition which is here to counter your ideological views of fear, hatred and falsehood. And we will object to whatever you do. After the 4th of June rather, already mob lynchings in the name of religion, in the name of hatred, are taking place on a regular basis in India for the last few days. And nobody has raised a point.
Sir, what's happening in Bengal?
One minute.
I'm not stopping on that. I'm not stopping on that.
Sardar.
When Anand, let me finish, please.
Yeah.
Let me finish, please. When you start by saying that I'm not non-biological, to when people like his sycophants say that Modi is the Hindu Hriday Samrat, there is a problem. You know, basically Rahul ji wanted to point out to the world out here, or rather to the ego, fragile ego of the ecosystem, that Modi पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है, बीजेपी पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है, RSS पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है. As my dear friend RP Singh rightly said, that Hindu in India essentially means all the citizens living in this country, be it Hindu, be it Muslim, Sikh or Isai. That is the essence of Hinduism. It's a way of life.
Correct.
But here what the Narendra Modi government has done so far in the last 10 to 11 years, what we have seen out here is create divisions within the society. So, and Rahul Gandhi has hit at that ideology.
No,
and
has
very
he?
Rightly
Has
so.
he really, sir? AIMIM, is it a communal party or a secular party? AIUDF, is it a communal party or a secular party? It works only for the cause of a certain section of society, and that is Muslims. So they are secular, but somebody who one minute. I didn't interrupt you. But somebody whose core philosophy is that anybody and everybody who believes that the geographical boundaries of Hindustan, whoever believes that their ancestors hail from here and they are all Hindus in terms of who follow this way of life, and he says, I will work for the Hindus, they are communal for you. But those who say, I will work for Muslims as per Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who said cannot live with Hindus, and that's why we want a separate land and we cannot cohabit, and that's why we want partition of this geographical land that was Bharat, and it was made into Hindustan and Pakistan. So, and they hail from a line of Razakars who wanted a separate Hyderabad and wanted to secede from Bharat. So that is a secular group and that can be part of the India alliance. But Rahul Gandhi has actually pointed out to those who are only being Hinsak. So Mr. Rahman, the MLA in Bengal, escaped Mr. Rahul Gandhi's attention. The Sar Tanse Juda calls escaped Mr. Rahul Gandhi's attention. Workers who don't back a particular party being flogged openly escape Mr. Rahul Gandhi's attention. Trilochan Mahato escapes Mr. Rahul Gandhi's attention in Bengal. So I'm just asking you, sir, I'm just asking you, the beheading of Kanhaiya Lal escapes Mr. Rahul Gandhi's attention. Who was Hinsak there? Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. So when you sermonize, sir, you got to practice what you preach, sir. You got to practice what you preach. And if Mr. Rahul Gandhi believes he is a Janayudhari Hindu, sir, then he should not have bashed out, and he should have known more than just showing up Shivji's picture there while refraining from trying to show any of the other symbols or in this one. And he should have also said that anybody who believes Hindustan is his country should not talk about secession. He should have openly taken on all those forces who are talking about secession and breaking away. In Kerala itself, in his own area of Wayanad, which that constituency that he's left last week, there was a Sunni leader who came out and said, I want a separate Malabar state. Did Mr. Rahul Gandhi have to say anything about that? Has he ever condemned the Mopla riots, which saw the butchering of innocent Brahmins, innocent Hindus there? So there is a lot when somebody as Mr. Rahul Gandhi stands there and makes a statement that Hindu Hinsak hai.
Can I just
No, so the Hindu Hinsak hai, what does that mean, sir?
देखिए आनंद जी, I will never tell you a Hindu Hinsak, never you, nor I will call RP Singh ji a Janayudhari Hindu, because he is a Sikh by birth and is a Sikh by faith. You are a Hindu by faith. But the people from the Bharatiya Janata Party ecosystem, they spread a hate out here, a philosophy based on fear, hatred and falsehood. That's the point that we are doing.
Okay.
And Anand,
fair. You can make that argument against a political party, but do you believe? Yeah, please make that.
Rahul Gandhi made that against the Bharatiya Janata Party ecosystem. He never said it against the Hindus of the community, because we won the election in many seats wherein Hindus also voted for us.
But then, sir, when you point a finger at somebody, you should not have three pointing back at you. In his own grouping there, on the opposition in Parliament, sit people who openly despise those who are not with them, who are openly belonging to political parties that are brazenly investing in violence against those who are opposed to them politically. So is that not a certain level of violence? Is that not a certain level of violence? Okay, Abhijita, let me just bring in Abbas Haider.
10 seconds, I'll finish it off. Just one reference. When you raise the point of AIUDF or MIM, let me just categorically quote you, we do not have any tuck with these parties. Wherever MIM went and fielded the party, fielded their candidates, their BJP won.
You have truck with SDPI. You have truck with SDPI. Sir, you have truck with SDPI, who historically, as presented in the courts, whose parent offshoot, the PFI, has quoted that they want to in 20 years turn Kerala into a totally Muslim state. They are the ones whose members had documents whereby 2047 they wanted to turn. Sir, I am not. They wanted to turn Bharat into a Muslim state. The same SDPI where a Karnataka leader has credited the SDPI for his victory. The same SDPI which was in partnership with the
why is the
entities.
SDPI not being banned? I am asking you this question.
Sir,
who prevents you from banning the SDPI?
Sir, if you have an adverse viewpoint about the BJP, will you not have an adverse viewpoint about these entities, sir? Because if you claim that you are against anybody who is propagating violence, then you should have a position unequivocally against all of them, is my submission. Yes, Abhijit Iyer Mitra and then Abbas Haider. Yes, Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Thank you, Anand. You see, he lifted up a image of Lord Shiva. I have no issues with that. But you know, when his wife, when Lord Shiva's wife Parvati committed sati when her husband was insulted, you know what Shiva did? He did the Rudra Tandav and destroyed the world. So I find it particularly rich that he holds up Lord Shiva's photo and then says ki bhai Hindus don't defend themselves. Hinsa is defensive also. Remember that.
Defend Dharma, in the defense of Dharma.
Like his mother's communal violence bill, he basically articulated what his mother tried to enact when she was in power. Which was what? Doesn't matter where the riot happens, the Hindu is responsible for the riot. Today he's just said that. You take any god in the Hindu pantheon. Rama, when his wife was taken away, what did he go and do to Lanka? Did he kiss Ravana on the cheek? Krishna, what did he do at the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Was he presenting roses to the Kauravas? This joker doesn't know A to Z of Hinduism, but he'll give us lectures on Hinduism.
As per right, you know, these people do not know what Hinduism
he didn't
is
interrupt you,
basically.
Kamruddin
I
ji.
didn't interrupt
No,
you.
no, you
Please.
called my leader a joker
No,
and
no,
you
no.
expect me to
Kamru
give him
Chaudhary
a
ji.
garland.
Kamru Chaudhary ji.
No, how dare you speak about my leader as a joker?
You can take exception to that. I would request. Okay, 1 minute.
Anand, as an anchor, you
Okay,
should have
1 minute.
objected.
1 minute. I am requesting everybody.
He's a respected leader of the parliament in this
I am
house.
requesting
Respected by
everybody.
you, I don't
1
respect
minute.
him.
I am requesting everybody to try to steer clear and hold their own verbal horses to their and I'll credit everybody their intelligence. Please criticize, but let's not try and get personal. Yes,
So
please continue,
then,
Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Who gave this man the certification agency for Hinduism? इसने कोई certificate लगा के रखा है. He will determine who a Hindu is and who a Hindu isn't, is it? And we also have to nod our heads and say, yes, this is the only definition of Hinduism. Where was this fellow when Udayanidhi Stalin said Sanatana Dharma and needed to be wiped out? They went and condemned him after the voting in Tamil Nadu is over, a month, 2 months down the line. This is the same guy who tweeted in support of that fellow Zubair, who set a lynch mob on Nupur Sharma. What was Zubair doing? He was giving roses to Nupur Sharma, was it? He didn't even fact check her, by the way. So for this
Can I
chap
just
to be
report 10
talking
seconds,
about
please?
love,
1 minute. 1 minute.
so
Let
for
him
this
complete.
chap to be talking about love and to be giving certificates of Hinduism, I'm sorry. I would much rather, I think even Barack Obama is more qualified to give certificates on Hinduism and love than this man is.
The other aspect,
You know-
Abbas, has he's not yet spoken. Allow him his turn, please. The other aspect is, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, did he steer clear of facts, or did he openly embrace untruths or just mere rhetoric? When he, in one line, says NEET is an exam which is only for rich kids, was he being upright? Did he have facts to back him? When he turned around and said that nobody gets Agniveer if they die in combat will get nothing, did he not read what the Agniveer document says? That if you die while in duty, it's 92 lakhs compensation, while you're not on duty, it's 48 lakhs compensation. Can somebody who's the leader of the entire opposition not have the responsibility to be correct with facts and to actually raise the issues that are important rather than just merely indulge in rhetoric?
Well, Anand, the majority of amount that Agniveer would get would be from the insurance. So, for that matter, anybody who dies has an insurance policy will get that amount. And
No.
the Agniveer, if an Agniveer dies during the call of duty, he'll not get the, he'll not be called a martyr. So that is the most important thing, because people, our youngsters, they want to go to the army. They want to, army is not just a name, it's not just a job, it's a pride of our nation. And we have a problem at the age of 73, an old man wants to become the Prime Minister. He's ready to sit with a person who has called him terrorist in the past. And at the age of 21, you're going to retire a young guy from his job. So this cannot happen in this country. See, Rahul Gandhi ji has said a couple of things which are actually factually right. If you go into the details, Rahul Gandhi ji has said that Bharatiya Janata Party has been spreading misinformation. That's right. He has said that, as I can see on your screen, that Hindus don't indulge in violence. That is written there. So that's correct. I don't think there is anything objectionable in that. However, people who were giving certificates from the past 10 years to the leaders of opposition, not even to individual, but also the political party, that they are Hindu or anti-Hindu. Now they are feeling offended if the same question has been asked from them. And I would like to raise an objection when somebody on your panel has called the leader of the opposition, the Lok Sabha of this country, a very derogatory remark. I think you should also object to that. And such remarks should not be passed against any politician. I take it in a very bad taste. And the most important thing, see, people in this country, everybody, they want to talk about fundamental issues. If we talk about NEET, it is about the future of 2.5 million students.
Correct.
It is about the future of our country, sir. If we will not have, see,
Absolutely. I am only asking a question. Had Mr. Akhilesh Yadav been standing there and been speaking about NEET, would he have just brushed it off, saying that it's an exam only for rich kids, or would he have gone to the bare brass tacks of what is the issue of NEET and why it needs to be corrected so that futures are not put at stake? That's exactly what I'm trying to ask you. The right questions and the right issue should have been raised, and was that done by Mr. Rahul Gandhi is what I am trying to ask you. Even in the case of Agniveer.
we have always been trying to raise issues of public interest. Even on Friday, when the House was adjourned, we were talking about NEET, we were talking about paper leak. The government don't want to
see the
answer
Lok Sabha is functioning till 10 p.m. tonight. It could have worked till 10 p.m. on Friday had this entire issue of trying to force a Rule 267 not happened, Abbas Haider. But RP Singh wanted to respond to you, and then we'll take it forward. Yes, RP Singh.
Well, problem with them is that they don't know about NEET. I mean, NEET has had 557 centers countrywide.
Well, do you agree with when he says that the Agniveers were getting a compensation only through insurance? Otherwise, there is no compensation?
I said majority of the part was from majority, not the entire sum.
Yes, RP Singh.
The compensation is for 1 crore rupees. The defence minister is on record in the parliament. He said that the compensation is for 1 crore rupees. And when you compensate a army Jawan, it means you are treating him as a martyr only. Otherwise, why would one compensate?
Yeah, but they don't get the status of martyr from the army at all or from the forces. They are always called KIA or killed in action. The status of martyr is granted later on. So that is something which I have just been informed. I may be wrong. I'm subject to correction. Yes, RP Singh, please go ahead.
Right.
Yes, but they get the status of martyr in a process, and then but the compensation of 1 crore rupees comes immediately, and also that 75% who will not go to the army, regular battalion, regular army, will be adjusted and will be taken care in the various other paramilitary or the police. Did I interrupt it? Did I interrupt it?
Okay.
Did I interrupt it?
One minute. Let's not shout. Abbas Haider, Allah, he didn't interrupt you. I was the one interrupting you. So you can interrupt over me, but allow him to counter, and then I'll give you the time to counter him, please. Yes, RP Singh. Yes, please, complete.
So there will be, rest of the 75% will be accommodated in various other fields of the paramilitary or the police forces, and everyone will be taken care. And if he wants to go on his, wants to be on his own, or want to be entrepreneur, or want to follow some other stream of work in his life, that is separate. But there is an option with the person for every person who comes out of the Agniveer after the 4 years of service. But that point aside, the bigger issue is what was the total speech about? Was it based on the truth, or was it based on the false fabricated idea which he has in his mind, or his party builds up in his mind, build up around him? Now he will have to authenticate. Please do it, sir. He will have to authenticate. He will have to authenticate each and every statement which he has made in the parliament. It's not that you make a statement in parliament and you can run away from that. And now he will have to authenticate on Agniveer, now he will have to authenticate on NEET, and he will have to authenticate also on the whether Hindus are Hinsak or not. I mean, I'm shocked. It's really shocking. And also, I'm saying it on record that we are very seriously taking up this matter with the Gurdwara committee, that he can't use the prop of a picture of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji as a prop for his political objective, and then say 6 are being prosecuted by the BJP. Although the biggest butcher of the Sikh was Congress, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the person who was the kingpin in butchering the Sikhs in Delhi.
Yes, Kamru Chaudhary.
Anand, you know, another RP Singh ji coming out with a patent on Sikhism religion. Who can use the photo of Guruji? That is also now patented by RP Singh ji out here. Now, basically,
no, you can't. Can you use the picture of Allah?
Patent of the
no, can you use the picture of? Can you do anything? Can you do anything of that? No. It's a taboo.
ना
हमारे सिस्टम में अलाउड नहीं है साहब.
सत्ता है.
नहीं है सर, पर आप अपने राजनीति के लिए आप गुरु नानक देव जी का पिक्चर नहीं यूज कर सकते.
One minute. Kamru Chaudhary. 1 minute. Are you telling a Sikh that Vaheguru is not his? And you think you can get away with that kind of a comment? No, I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, Kamru Chaudhary, you backed people who, when a Nupur Sharma quoted what your own scriptures say and what someone Like the peace man, the man who's run away from India and is hiding in Malaysia has said in his own sermons. And you will take umbrage to anybody who says anything against Islam. At that time, you as a Congress leader, and today live on my show, you are turning around and telling a Sikh gentleman that he's got no right to speak about Guru Nanak. No, so that's the theka you have taken. Is that the theka you have taken, Kamru Chaudhary? No, how dare you, sir? How dare you tell a Sikh gentleman that he cannot talk about Guru Nanak? You are telling a Sikh gentleman on my show that you cannot talk about Guru Nanak, and you are mocking him on that. You are mocking him thereafter. You are being condescending in your tone. You are condescending in your tone. So Rahul Gandhi can stand there and talk about any picture he likes because he's got the theka from the Congress party and leader opposition. But a Sikh gentleman on my show cannot talk about Guru Nanak and what works in Sikhi and what doesn't. And you will preach him Sikhi. That's what you're trying to tell me, Kamru Chaudhary. That's the new norm. That's the new norm that's being set up by the Congress party and leaders of the Congress party.
Can I reply now? Those who swear on Swami Vivekananda do not even know that what Swami Vivekananda said.
No, sir, don't digress. No, don't digress, sir. No, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary, I'm specifically asking you how you speak, how you spoke, and the tone that you used with Sardar RP Singh. How the tone that you used with Sardar RP Singh. You, sir, sit there brazenly trying to separate Sikhi from Hinduism, and I kept quiet, from the Hindu way of life, without trying to broad brush and revise history that it is from Hindu households that Sikh gentlemen, Sikh children were given, and Sikhi evolved over the 10 gurus from Hinduism. The name of Ram, the name of Omkar is part of the Guru Granth Sahib, sir. The name of Devi and Kalima is part of the paeans that have been written and the Udesh given by many gurus, sir. I do not want, but that's what you have tried to do. Harmandir Sahib was Hari Mandir Sahib. The deliberate attempt to separate Sikhi from the Hindu way of life and the Hindu offshoots and from Sanatan Pratha, that's also been brazenly noted by me today, sir. And that's again a brazen attempt at revisionism. And you think you can get away with all of this? In that condescending tone and if somebody turns around and quotes anything against Islam, and you will take umbrage to that immediately and say, all right, I back those who claim for Sartan Se Juda or going after this guy and cancelling him altogether. So isn't that hypocrisy, sir?
Can I now?
Abhijit Iyer, no, sir, I do not want, sir, you will please take back your words respectfully. You'll take back your words, what you said and the tone that you used against Sardar RP Singh. And then I will yield, sir.
No, it's your wish. Because I never said anything against
You said you are going to talk about Sikhi. That's what you told him. You are going to tell me about Guru Nanak. That's what you said, sir.
You are teaching me tenet of Sikhism, sir.
That's what you said, sir.
You are teaching me tenet of Sikhism.
No, you can.
We are the one who says,
you can say the BJP cannot sermonize. You cannot tell Sardar RP Singh that he cannot talk about Sikhi.
Derogatory, I will ask sorry. If you cannot prove it, then you will have to ask pardon in front of the nation.
The tone that you used against Mr. Sardar RP Singh is what I took offense to, sir.
No, you take
can criticize the BJP. You criticize the. So you said you said I need an RP Singh to tell me about Sikhism. An RP Singh will take patent about Guru Nanak and Sikhism is what you said. You're telling us, Sardar.
That's what he meant.
No. He said this is he said no, sir. He said no. What Sardar RP Singh said is that as per the tenets of Sikhi, you are not allowed to use any of their gurus' images for making a political point, and as a Sikh, he takes umbrage to that. You should have respected that, sir. You didn't. That's my point. And that moot point is on display, sir. That moot point. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, I have to wind up after this. No, sir. What happened is unfortunate. It should not have. And it's not expected from someone like you with your wisdom and your intelligence. We are all sane people here, so let's not cross certain boundaries. Yes, Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
I'm just happy, Anand, that finally Rahul Gandhi has taken some responsibility and become leader of the opposition, because now he can be held to account for everything he says, number one. Number two, this is a clear case of the Peter principle where you rise to your level of incompetence. This is going to be his first statutory post. Remember, leader of the opposition is not a constitutional post. It will be his last statutory or constitutional post. Thank God for that. Shiva and Krishna and Rama genuinely exist. I thank them for this.
Well, that's your point of view. There are many who believe that as leader opposition, it's the opportunity for Mr. Rahul Gandhi to actually represent not just the opposition, but also to hold the government to account. Could he have done better in his first speech as LOP? Many would believe yes. Has he been able to also ruffle up the government a bit and get all the top leaders and top people, including the Prime Minister, to stand up in defense, he's got their attention. So that's also visible there. But do we want a little more healthier, perhaps a more fact-driven argument in the on the floor of the House? I think all of us would also agree on that. I thank you all, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for joining us. We're going to take a very we're not taking the break. We'll go straight across to this story, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's a big story. It's an exclusive here at CNN.